They wheeled, flapping weakly. I'm not going to throw any more. Penny, quite enough. Lots of thanks I get. Not even a caw. They spread foot and mouth disease, too. If you cram a turkey, say, on chestnut meal, it tastes like that. Eat pig like pig. But then, why is it that saltwater fish are not salty? How is that? His eyes sought answer from the river, and saw a rowboat rock at anchor on the treacly swells, lazily its plastered board. Kinos, 11/dash. Trousers. Good idea, that. Wonder if he pays rent to the corporation. How can you own water, really? It's always flowing in a stream, never the same, which in the stream of life we trace. Because life is a stream. All kinds of places are good for ads. That quack doctor for the clap used to be stuck up in all the greenhouses. Never see it how. Strictly confidential. Never see it now. Strictly confidential. Dr. High Franks didn't cost him a red like Magini, the dancing master self-advertisement. Got fellows to stick them up, or stick them up himself for that matter, on the QT, running in to loosen a button. Fly by night. Just the place, too. Post no bills. Post 110 pills. Some chap with a dose burning him. If he... Oh. Eh? No, no. No, I don't believe it. He wouldn't, surely. No. Mr. Bloom moved forward, raising his troubled eyes. Think no more about that. After 1. Time ball on the ballast office is down. Let's see what that means. Done sink time. So ballast is any heavy material carried temporarily or permanently in a vessel to provide desired draft and stability. Something heavy is bags of sands to control the position of the center of gravity. Done sink time. What does that mean? I'll look up on the internet. Done sink time. Done sink time. Come on, computer. Is it Townland? It's another civil parish of Castleknock, Dublin. It is most famous for Dunsink Observatory. Okay. Fascinating little book, that is, of Sir Robert Ball's. Parallax. I never exactly understood. There's a priest. Could ask him. It's Greek. Parallel, parallax. Met him pike hoses, she called it, till I told her about the transmigration. Oh, rocks. Mr. Bloom smiled, oh, rocks, at 2 windows of the ballast office. She's right, after all. Only big words for ordinary things on account of the sound. She's not exactly witty. Can be rude, too. Blurred out what I was thinking. Still, I don't know. She used to say Ben Dollard has a bass barrel-tone voice. He has legs like barrels, and you'd think he was singing into a barrel. Now, isn't that wit? They used to call him Big Ben. Not half as witty as calling him bass barrel-tone. Appetite like an albatross. Get outside of a baron of beef. Powerful man he was at storing away number 1 bass. Bass. Barrel of bass. See? It all works out. Barrel tone. He has legs like barrels, and you'd think he was singing into a barrel. Now, isn't that what? They used to call him Big Ben. Not half as witty as calling him bass barrel tone. Appetite like an albatross. Get outside of a baron of beef. Powerful man he was at storing away number 1 bass. Barrel of bass. See, it all works out. Genius. A procession of white-smocked men marched slowly towards him along the gutter, scarlet sashes across their boards. Bargains. Like that priest they are this morning. We have sinned. We have suffered. He read the scarlet letters on their 5 tall white hats. Helys, Wisdom Hellies. Y, lagging behind, drew a chunk of bread from under his floorboard, crammed it into his mouth, and munched as he walked. Our staple food. 3 bob a day, walking along the gutters, street after street. Just keep skin and bone together. Bread and skilly. They are not boil. No, Munglade's men. Doesn't bring in any business either. I suggested to him about a transparent show car with 2 smart girls sitting inside, writing letters, copybooks, envelopes, blotting paper. I bet that would have caught on. Smart girls, writing something, catch the eye at once. Everyone dying to know what she's writing. Get 20 of them round, if you stare at nothing. Have a finger in the pie. Women too. Curiosity. Pillar of salt. Wouldn't have it, of course, because he didn't think of it himself first. Or the ink bottle I suggested with a false stain of black celluloid. His ideas for ads, like plum trees potted under the obituaries. Cold meat department. You can't lick 'em. What? Our envelopes. Hello, Jones, where are you going? Can't stop, Robinson. I'm hastening to purchase the only reliable ink eraser. Cancelled. Sold by Helly's Limited, 85 Dame Street. Well, out of that ruck I am. Devil of a job it was, collecting accounts of those convents. Tranquilla Convent. That was an... I wonder if I Google that, will it come up? Tranquilla Convent, Dublin. There it is. Huh. In the center of Dublin. 85... All these things are like local. Helly's Limited, 85 Dame Street. In Dublin. Helly Stationery and Office Equipment. That is funny. How about that? All these things still exist. Well, out of that ruck I am. Devil of a job it was, collecting accounts of those convents. Tranquilla Convent. That was a nice nun there. Really sweet face. Wimple suited her small head. Sister. Wimple? What is wimple? Cloth headdress covering the head, the neck, and the sides of the face. Formerly worn by women and still worn by some nuns. Oh, so that's a wimple, the thing that the nuns wear. Wimple suited her small head. See, now I understand. Sister. I'm sure she was crossed in love by her eyes. Very hard to bargain with that sort of woman. I disturbed her at her devotions that morning. But glad to communicate with the outside world. Our great day, she said. Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Sweet name, too. Caramel. She knew. I think she knew by the way she. If she had married, she would have changed. I suppose they were short of money. Fried everything in the best butter all the same. No lard for them. My heart's broke, eating, dripping. They like buttering themselves in and out. Molly tasting it, her veil up. Sister. Pat Claffey, the pawnbroker's daughter. It was a nun, they say, invented barbed wire. He crossed Westmoreland Street when apostrophe S had plodded by. Rover Cycle Shop. Those races are on today. How long ago is that? Year Phil Gilligan died. We were in Lombard Street West. Wait, was in Tom's. Got the job in Wisdom Helly's year we married. Wisdom Kelly's Stationery. So funny. Dame Lane. Huh. 6 years, 10 years ago. 94 he died. Yes, that's right, the big fire at Arnott's. Val Dillon was Lord Mayor. The Glen Cree dinner. Alderman Robert O'Reilly emptying the port into his soup before the flag fell. Bob lapping it for the inner alderman. Couldn't hear what the band played. For what we have already received may the Lord make us. Millie was a kiddie then. Molly had that elephant gray dress with the braided frogs, man-tailored with cell-covered buttons. She didn't like it because I sprained my ankle first day she wore choir picnic at the Sugarloaf, as if that. Old Goodwin's tall hat done up with some sticky stuff. Fly's picnic, too. Never put a dress on her back like it. Fitted her like a glove, shoulder and hips. Just beginning to plump it out well. Rabbit pie we had that day. People looking after her. Happy. Happier them. Snug little room that was with the red wallpaper. Dockrell's, 1 and 9 pence a dozen. Millie's tubbing night. American soap I bought. Elderflower. Cozy smell of her bathwater. Funny, she looked soaped all over. Shapely, too. Now photography. Poor Papa's daguerreotype atelier he told me of. Hereditary taste. He walked along the curbstone. Stream of life. What was the name that priestly-looking chap was always squinting in when he passed? Weak eyes, woman. Stopped in Citron St. Kevin's Parade. Penn something. Pendennis? My memory is getting. Penn... Of course it's years ago. Noise of the trams, probably. Well, if he couldn't remember the Dayfather's name that he sees every day. Bartell Darcy was the tenor, just coming out then. Seeing her home after practice. Conceited fellow with his waxed-up mustache. Gave her that song, Winds That Blow from the South. Windy night that was, I went to fetch her. There was that lodge meeting on about those lottery tickets after Goodwin's concert in the supper room or oak room of the mansion house. He and I behind. Sheet of her music blew out of my hand against the high school railings. Lucky it didn't. Thing like that spoils the effect of a night for her. Professor Goodwin linking her in front. Shaking on his pins, poor old sot. His farewell concerts. Positively last appearance on any stage. Maybe for months and maybe for never. Remember her laughing at the wind, her blizzard collar up. Corner of Harcourt Road, remember that gust? Bufoo! Blew up all her skirts and her boa nearly smothered old Goodwin. She did get flushed in the wind. Remember when we got home raking up the fire and frying up those pieces of lap of mutton